You've served in the court for 30 years. You've written an enormous number of opinions. You're quite respected throughout the legal community. But what would you like your legacy to be?
I would hope that people would look at the court and realize that not only is it possible but necessary for a democracy to have a civil, rational, thoughtful, decent discussion so that we can plan our own destiny. We are in a time with an uncivil discourse. Aristotle and Plato both gave a low grade to democracy. And I went back 2 summers ago and reread Plato and Aristotle.
Is that a common thing that justices do, going back and reading Plato and Aristotle?
I wanted to do it, but because I was concerned. And my interpretation was that Aristotle thought democracy should be given a low grade because it did not have the capacity to mature. And our duty, our destiny, is to prove him wrong. Look at the rest of the world is looking at us to see what democracy means, what freedom means. And they see this hostile, fractious discourse, and we're not making the case for democracy. At the end, David, of the last century, the last quarter, last 25 years of the last century, it was the birth of democracy. Democracy's coming all over the world. The first part of this century, we're seeing the death of democracies. And in part, it's because of the example that we're not setting. Aristotle said that in a civil discussion, there has to be respect, moderation, thought, and he said the participants in a discussion in a democratic society must have eunoia, which means kindness and respect. I disagree with you on Proposition X, but I respect you immensely, and we must restore that to our public discourse.
Final question I'd like to ask you is this: what would you like the American people to most know about the United States Supreme Court?
That it is dedicated to finding what the law is, and the law has a moral foundation. The law is interested in truth. Truth is often the facts. Was the light red? Was the light green? And you begin there, and this isn't a partisan exercise. You're not a Democrat who thinks the gun was smoking and a Republican who thinks it wasn't, or a Democrat who thought the lights was green and the Republican thought the light was red. That's crazy. We want to show that facts count and that facts are found in a thoughtful, rational, respectful way. And after that, we know what principles have to come from the facts, and those principles are the principles of the Constitution, and the principles of freedom, our heritage. The work of freedom is never done.